Anybody else has? Yes. Huh? You should not be taking sides. Okay. 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 I can't hear you. Okay. Little thing like communication, how much less it is in families. Of course, we know communication is going to save it, but we don't communicate. And especially when children become older, we enter into the silence domain. Everyone is silent, and we walk home, we come back, we go to work, and quietly the gap increases. Okay. Question number 3. Can you see the hand of God working within this brokenness and woundedness of this situation? Anyone likes to answer that? Yes. That's right. That's right. Reuben, through Reuben, the hand of God is at work. How is it at work? To protect him from death. So God will always be involved in the most difficult situations. Anybody else likes to? Yes? Somebody else lifted the hand. Yes? That's right. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Because at the right time they came. Huh? Yeah. Yes. That's right. Escape from death, escape from the pit, yes. And the timing, like he said, the caravan comes at the right time. So that, and you will soon see later, not only the right time for Joseph, the right time for the whole of his people, Because God takes him to Egypt for the right answers. Now, can you see now, even in the most difficult circumstances, what can you expect? You can expect the hand of God. If you don't see the hand of God, what will you have? What will you have? Only depression, only darkness, isn't it? And we become so weighed down because we can't see His hand in anything. Even in the negative, God was still working. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. So we're going to look at another piece now. You can be in your group. I'm going to project the reading. Then we'll do a little discussion. Okay. Right. Genesis 39. If you're writing down, you can write it down for yourself. Genesis 39. One to 5. We won't put the whole thing, we just one by one we'll read it out. Otherwise we'll be reading ants. 39:1. Now you can repeat after me. Now Joseph had been taken down to Egypt. Potiphar, an Egyptian who was one of the Pharaoh's officials, the captain of the guard, bought him from the Ishmaelites who had taken him there. So now you can see again it looks as if it's pure chance, isn't it? He's taken into the slave market, and who buys him? The Potiphar, Now, it looks as if these are simply cause and effect.
Somebody comes and you happen to go to the market, this guy happens to be there, he buys, but within it, something else is taking place. Look at verse 2. You repeat after me. The Lord was with Joseph, and he prospered, and he lived in the house of his Egyptian master. Now we need to stop there. If the Lord was with Moses, why wasn't he free? Now normally we say, God is with me and he helped me, now I'm free. No, he continues to be in the crisis, but within that crisis, who is with him? The Lord. And because the Lord is there and he's giving inner response to the Lord, what's happening? Wherever he goes is turning into a blessing. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. So you will see, there is no perfect place in life. There are no perfect environments, perfect marriages, perfect relationships, perfect jobs. You don't have anything perfect. Everything has issues. But if the Lord is with you in that imperfection, what will he do? He will turn that situation into a blessing. That's what you call inner healing. You see, because the Lord is with me, I'm going to handle this in a different way. Otherwise, what will happen is, if you don't see the hand of God or his presence, every situation has a cause to complain. This is not right. That is not right. The other thing is wrong. This person is not treating me right. And some of us have become habitual complainers. Give us anything and we'll find something to complain about. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. And the more comfortable we become, the greater becomes the complaint. Do you understand what I'm saying? You know, we've been through a 30-year war, you know, and we've gone through a lot of fear-threatening, life-threatening situations, bombs, deaths of hundreds of people. We've seen it all in the last 30 years. So right in the middle of this war, you know, I remember we went for some work to Singapore, you know, 3 or 4 of us. So here I'm watching the TV, you know. And while I'm watching the TV, one of the ministers of the Singaporean government is interviewing some flat dwellers. So he is asking them, what are the problems you all are having? And one guy is very angry. He says, the biggest problem is that crows are dirtying on our vehicles. For them, it's a big issue. I'm shocked. I'm coming from a place where people were scraped off the street, you know, and you go to work and you don't come back the next in that evening. You know, hundreds are bumped off. And I'm thinking, how lucky to have such a problem. Now can you see? Just because you don't have a serious problem does not mean that you'll have a happy life. It depends on your approach. If your approach is wrong, what will happen? Even a good life is a complaining one. And we are dissatisfied. All the time there is something going on that you need to complain about. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Are you seeing this? Can you see this? Now it's hidden here in the scriptures. Joseph didn't question, my God, what's the use of following this God? You know, he gives me a dream, it puts me into trouble, and now they put me into slavery. I'm not going to pray anymore.
I'm going to sulk and sit to a corner and talk to myself and tell myself what a terrible injustice has been done to me. And that's what many people are doing. And look what happened. Verse 3. When his master saw that the Lord was with him, and that the Lord gave him success in everything he did. Now, he's in a problem. He's a slave. But within it, God is blessing him. You need to understand, in the situation you are placed in, God can give you a continuous blessing. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Somebody can come and really oppress you. Someone can really make changes in your office that can really make life difficult. But if the Lord is with you, God will give you the grace to turn that situation into a blessing. Otherwise, what do? You walk away. I know one of our persons who are really deeply in the inner journey with us. Suddenly the top management of her company changed. And she kept telling me, I'm going to resign. I can't work with these people. They are pushing, they are reactive, they are bad, and they are really making life difficult, But as she prayed through it, she realized that for many years she had been having a relaxed time, and without her knowledge, she had gone out of date in her professional career. These people were demanding another standard which she couldn't give because she had gone out of date. So she was against the boss. When she realized that the problem was this, she asked the Lord for the grace to take up the challenge. And she later came and told me, one of the consultants had come to her and said, I have never seen anyone adapt at your age the way you have adapted. Because she had the journey with the Lord. But the Lord didn't leave her there. Within a week, last week when I was coming, I got this call from one of the big institutions, non-governmental organizations, and they had interviewed her, and they were taking her for a top post, and they were asking me she had put my name as a referee, and they were asking me about her, and when I explained who she was, they said, we are giving her the job. Now, she got a breakthrough as well, but the real breakthrough came in the heart of the pressure. She was able to adjust to it because the Lord was with her. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Otherwise, people may think the Lord is with me means the boss goes away. And I go back to my lazy old nature. And, thank the Lord they're gone away. I can live the way I was used to, And we think that's a blessing. No. Hidden inside it, hidden every challenge is a blessing from the Lord. To find it, you must have the Lord with you. A journey with the Lord. And what happened? Verse 4, look at verse 4. Joseph found favor in his eyes and became his attendant. Potiphar put him in charge of his household, and he entrusted to his care everything he owned. You can't keep Joseph down. Why is that? You put him in some place, he turns it into a blessing. What's the reason? The Lord was with him. But not only that the Lord was with him, he recognized the fact that the Lord was with him. Do you understand what I'm saying? If he didn't recognize the fact, down he would have gone. So I want to discuss in your group now. What do you do when you face a challenge? Do you see the Lord with you in that challenge? Or do you lose him? Are you following what I'm saying? What's the question? What do you do when you face up to a challenge? Do you see the Lord who is with you and you rise up through the challenge? Or does the problem take away the Lord? Okay, you can just turn around and discuss it. So don't try to be a philosopher and explain it. No, I am actually right above the heavens. No, discuss what is true and real. What happens in your life? Let each one share. Okay, let's start. Go turn around and you can go turn in a circle.